Echoes of Resilience. Chapter 1. A New Beginning. Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where we share moving stories of struggle, growth, and healing to inspire your English learning journey. I'm Nayla, and today I present a long, emotional tale about a woman named Sophia. It's a story of displacement, betrayal, and the courage to rebuild. If it touches your heart, please like, subscribe, and share. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Sophia, now 31, looks back on her life 20 years ago with a heavy heart. At 20, she was a young bride, newly married to her husband, Marco, 25, in their small coastal village. Life felt promising, filled with the laughter of her family and the warmth of her mother, Lucia. Marco seemed kind, his dark eyes promising a future together. They dreamed of a new life abroad, a chance for better opportunities. Chapter 2. A Mother's Love. Lucia was Sophia's anchor, cooking fresh seafood stews, weaving tales of the sea, and teaching her resilience after losing her father to a storm years before. "You're my strength," Lucia would say, hugging Sophia tightly. Sophia cherished these moments, unaware they'd soon end. Marco's parents, Antonio and Rosa, lived nearby, but Sophia barely knew them, their stern faces a contrast to her mother's warmth. Chapter 3. The Sudden Departure. Marco's job offer came unexpectedly, a factory position in a foreign land. They planned to move in a year, but the company urged an immediate start. Sophia's heart sank. Leaving Lucia so soon felt unbearable. "I'll visit often," she promised, tears streaming as she hugged her mother goodbye. The farewell tore at her soul, a piece of her left behind in that village. Chapter 4. A Foreign Struggle. At 20, Sophia arrived in a bustling city, its language foreign and its streets cold. Marco's parents, Antonio and Rosa, welcomed them into their cramped apartment. Sophia, naive and quiet, struggled to adjust. She fell ill, her body weak from homesickness, clutching her newborn son, Luca, for comfort. Marco, intimidated by his father's dominance, offered little support. Sophia felt abandoned, her tears soaking Luca's tiny blanket. Chapter 5. Isolation and Pain. Antonio and Rosa showed no empathy. Rosa criticized Sophia's cooking while Antonio barked orders. "You're not one of us," Rosa muttered, her words sharp. Sophia, unable to speak the language, endured silently, her strength waning. Months of doctor visits revealed stress-related exhaustion, but no cure for her longing for Lucia. She wrote letters, but the distance grew. Chapter 6. A Mother's Burden. Sophia rallied for Luca, teaching herself the language through children's books. She took odd jobs cleaning, sewing, her hands roughening as she saved. Marco, struggling with the language, remained jobless, relying on her. "I'll help soon," he promised, but his fear of Antonio kept him passive. Sophia's pride grew as she earned her first wage, a step toward independence. Chapter 7. A Dream Takes Root. Her dream crystallized, a house of her own, a sanctuary for Luca. She worked tirelessly, learning skills, accounting, customer service, landing a stable job. Marco's unemployment persisted, his frustration mounting. Sophia supported him emotionally, cooking his favorite meals, but resentment simmered beneath her kindness. Chapter 8. A Mother-in-Law's Sting. Years passed and tension escalated. Rosa, now 60, lamented, "I wanted a daughter, but you're not like the others with their mothers here." Her words pierced Sophia, who missed Lucia daily. Antonio's silence was worse, his disapproval a constant shadow. Sophia wondered, what do they want? Love, kindness? I have none left for them. Chapter 9. A Forbidden Call. Lucia's calls were Sophia's lifeline, but Rosa restricted them. "Once a month, it's too expensive," she snapped. Sophia obeyed, her brief calls to Lucia filled with forced cheer. "I'm fine," she lied, hanging up to hide her tears. The distance strained her bond with her mother, a regret that gnawed at her. Chapter 10. A Dark Night. One night after a heated argument, Antonio, drunk and furious, ordered Sophia out. "Take your son and go back to your village," he roared. Marco, also intoxicated, didn't intervene. Sophia, clutching 2-year-old Luca, refused to leave him. She stayed, trembling, the threat haunting her. The memory of that night, cold, cruel, stayed with her. Chapter 11. A Silent Resolve. Sophia never forgave them. 20 years later, the pain lingered. She treated Antonio and Rosa with polite distance, holiday greetings, forced smiles, but her heart remained closed. Marco, now 45, learned the language minimally, still leaning on her. Sophia's success, her job, her savings, stood in contrast to his stagnation. Chapter 12. A Mother Lost. 10 years ago, Lucia passed away. Sophia, unable to visit often, mourned deeply. "I should have fought harder," she wept, blaming Rosa's restrictions. The loss intensified her resentment toward her in-laws, their indifference a mirror to her isolation back then. Chapter 13. Reflections of Weakness. Sophia often questioned her past self. Why was I so weak? Why didn't I stand up? At 20, she lacked the voice to challenge Antonio's tyranny or Marco's cowardice. Now she masked her pain with kindness, but it exhausted her. Why do I still speak to them? She wondered, the pretense wearing thin. Chapter 14. A Husband's Silence. Marco's fear of his father shaped their marriage. He apologized for that night, but his inaction lingered. Sophia supported him through job losses, illnesses, yet felt unreciprocated. "I stood by you," she thought, her love tested by his passivity. Chapter 15. A Son's Growth. Luca, now 20, became her joy. Bright and kind, he learned the language fluently, working part-time while studying. Sophia's sacrifices, late nights, skipped meals bore fruit. "You're my strength," he told her, echoing Lucia's words, healing some of her wounds. Chapter 16. A House of Her Own. At 30, Sophia bought a modest house, her dream realized. She furnished it with Luca's help, a space free of Antonio and Rosa's judgment. Marco moved in, grateful but unaware of her inner turmoil. The house symbolized her independence, a victory over her past. Chapter 17. The Mask Slips. Visiting her in-laws became a chore. Rosa's comments, "You should be more grateful," stirred old anger. Sophia's polite responses hid her rage. "I can't pretend anymore," she admitted to Luca, who urged, "Set boundaries, Mom." Chapter 18. Seeking Peace. Sophia sought therapy, unraveling years of suppressed pain. "Forgiveness isn't for them," the counselor said. "It's for you." She journaled, releasing her grief over Lucia, her fury at Antonio's cruelty. Healing began, slow but steady. Chapter 19. A New Strength. Now Sophia navigates her in-laws with firm kindness. She limits visits, protects her peace. Marco, seeing her strength, tries harder, taking odd jobs. Luca's support anchors her. The pain remains, but it no longer defines her. Chapter 20. A Hopeful Future. Sophia, at 31, looks forward. She honors Lucia's memory, plans to travel, and dreams of Luca's future. "I survived," she reflects, her resilience a testament to love and self-worth. One day, she hopes to forgive not for them, but for her own freedom. Thank you for listening to Sophia's story. If you've faced similar pain, no healing is possible. Please like, subscribe, and share. See you next time with more tales of strength.